Hello, I'm Ken Gowdy, and in this tutorial we will look at vibrato. A vibrato is a regular pulsating change of pitch. To show this, let me draw a graph with the pitch represented on the vertical axis and time on the horizontal axis. Now a note with no effect or articulation would be represented on the graph by a straight line. It will start on the pitch and continue at that pitch for as long as it is played. Now the same note played with a vibrato would be represented like a sine wave. The pitch increases and decreases smoothly around the pitch of the note being played. The pitch should be increased and decreased by the same amount. It is because it increases and decreases by the same amount that the listener perceives the average, the middle pitch between these changes as the pitch being played. Obviously the player can make small changes in the pitch resulting in a subtle vibrato, or can make large changes. The problem with making large changes in pitch is that a note can be lowered more than it can be raised. So if a note is lowered more than it is raised, then the average will be lower than it should be, and the note will be perceived by the listener as being a little flat. As well as changing the depth of the vibrato, the speed or width of the vibrato can be changed, resulting in a fast or slow change in pitch over time. Many artists use vibrato in different ways. For example, some start the note with a vibrato, while others add it later. Some may start off slow and then speed up, or vice versa. Some effects can be considered dated while others more modern. The best way to become good at playing vibrato is to listen to various artists and consider when and how they use their style of vibrato, and then merely copy them until you develop your own style. There are, in fact, many ways to produce a vibrato or vibrato-like effect. It's really a matter of what you're aiming for. One way you can do it is by varying your airstream from your abdomen. It's a kind of that will actually do it. You could flutter your lips, that would do it. You could raise and lower the back of your tongue, that will actually do it as well. But the main two ways of actually creating a vibrato is using this area here, your throat, your larynx, your vocal cords, or your embouchure, or a combination of both. Well, in reality, it will be a combination of both because of your facial muscles. You have a muscle which goes around your chin, it goes to the side of your mouth and the side of your lips, and it goes down your throat. So it actually connects your throat to your embouchure. So whatever you do with your muscles in your throat will actually affect the muscles around your embouchure, and whatever you do with your embouchure will actually affect your throat. So if you're creating a vibrato with your throat, it will also involve movement with your embouchure, just because they are connected by your facial muscles. So the way you create a vibrato using your throat, your larynx, your vocal cords is to blow into the saxophone and also constrict and expand your muscles around your throat. Now, if you sing a note and raise and lower the pitch, you'll find that there is a sensation here. So, you'll find that there is a constricting or a tightening and expanding of the muscles around the throat. And this is the same thing that you do when you blow into the saxophone to cause a vibrato effect. The other way to produce a vibrato is to use your embouchure. Now, if your embouchure is off the type where your lower lip goes over your bottom teeth, then it's just a matter of moving your jaw. As you tighten your jaw, you're actually putting more pressure on the reed, and therefore the note goes higher. As you loosen your jaw, then you're loosening the pressure on the reed, and the note goes flat. So by moving your jaw up and down, you're actually creating this vibrato effect. Obviously, you want your vibrato to be even, so it might be a good idea to practice with a metronome to make sure that your vibrato is symmetrical and even and regular. And then once you're good at that, you can increase the speed. But It is always good to listen to other artists, good artists that actually have a good vibrato, and to listen to them and then try to imitate what they do. It's not just a matter of making your vibrato regular, but it's also a matter of when to use the vibrato. So listen to your favorite artists, listen to how they use the vibrato, but also when they actually apply the vibrato in the music that they're actually playing. And lastly, do not feel compelled to use vibrato if you don't want to. I was watching a documentary not too long ago about Charlie Parker, and the commentator said that Charlie Parker said that he didn't like using vibrato in his music. He liked to play it without vibrato, liked to play those notes pure. Don't know how true that is, not sure whether Charlie Parker actually used vibrato in his music. Haven't listened to all of his songs yet, but maybe one of you jazz buffs out there maybe write a comment and let us know if Charlie Parker actually used vibrato in any of his songs. If you are going to practice vibrato, it's good to practice both methods, manipulating your throat and also your embouchure, because it's another skill that you've learned, another skill to add to your toolbox. And all of these skills are transferable. So if you know how to produce a vibrato by manipulating your throat, you can use those same skills as voicing for playing altissimo notes. And obviously you're going to need to be able to manipulate your throat to produce these big bends like Johnny Hodges. Now, I hope you found this video interesting and helpful. If you did, then obviously give it a like and consider subscribing if you haven't yet subscribed to this channel. And I shall see you in the next video. Bye-bye.